What's up, everybody? My name is Roddy Merritt. If you don't know who I am, I'm 38 years old. In 2019, I left the traditional 9 to 5 to start my own deal, start my own company, start my own business. I now own 3 different businesses. And I love doing these YouTube things. I love talking about stuff. I just recently signed up and got into the Grant Cardone mentoring group and inside of his mentoring program. Fantastic program. It is not a big program. A lot of people, if you know who Grant Cardone is or you search him and you see who he is, a lot of you are probably judgmental, but you can't judge the dude. He's one of the best teachers, coaches out there. And this mentor program, this mentorship program is exclusive. It's not for everybody because you got to make a big sacrifice with that one thing that we all love, which is money. And I love being in with Grant's stuff that he's doing. I love watching his videos. I love watching his passion, and I love watching anything and everything that he does. He just gets me motivated and inspired. He was one of the guys that helped coach me through walking out of the 9 to 5 and starting my own thing and sacrificing. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. I was sitting in my car because it's 7 o'clock on a summer day in July, and I'm having a little nightly beer, and I just want to talk about something that's really been on my mind today. I posted on social media, but I want to talk to you about, a lot of people don't know, or I don't show a whole lot of my sacrifice and my failures and things like that. Not because I'm ashamed of them, but just because it's just not something we're taught to be proud of our failures. You should be proud of your failures. And I want to talk to you about one of mine. So when I got ready to leave 9 to 5, Grant told, I say he told me, I guess he did tell me. I was watching a video and he talked about, you don't need credit. It's like, people talk about, I can't leave my job because I'm going to lose my car. Car's going to get repossessed. I'm going to worry about my credit. I can't pay my bills on time. Yada, yada, yada. And I don't want to take it too far out of context because it's true. You should pay your bills. You should pay for your stuff. If you say you're going to do something, which is pay for something, you should do it. But at the time, it made sense to me because I had this $600 a month car note on a car that was cool. It's fun to drive. A lot of people liked it. It was kind of part of me and who I was in the car scene and what I was doing in the car scene. But I wasn't really using it for that. I was more or less using it because I wanted it and I liked what it was and what I was doing with it. And it was all about a selfish me reason for doing it. One of the things when I walked away from the 9 to 5 was I did not have almost $800 a month. It's $637 for the note. It was another $200 and something a month for the insurance. It's right at $800 a month for this car. $40,000 car. And I had decent credit. It wasn't that I had bad credit. I had decent credit. But I knew when I walked away, I was not going to have almost $800 a month to pay for this car. And I knew it would be repossessed. That was February of 2019. I think the car was picked up in June or July that year by the bank. It was repossessed. And I bought a little $2,000 beater. And with some time and some spare money, I was able to kind of modify it and made it look nice. And then thanks to my parents and working out a deal with them and my brother, I was able to get another 4-door car with them. And long story short, today, kind of one of the reasons why I'm sitting in my car is I'm sitting in a nice used 2016 Lexus that I've already started to kind of build and modify because this is not just a cool car for me to look cool in and to go to car shows and to things like that. Now this is a vehicle to promote one of my brands. But before I got here, I had to get the other car repossessed, right? And let that go because I needed to start my business. My business then was, and still is, I am a social media and digital marketing professional. I'm very, very good at what I do. I don't say that to brag. I don't say that to pat myself on the back or anything. But what I've done works. I think outside the box. I can see ahead of the curve. I've done it long enough to, even when things like COVID happen, or an election happens, or a recession happens, or whatever it is, an iOS update that blocks things, I'm able to figure out a way to get around that stuff, and usually figure it out faster than others. I have big time companies. GoDaddy, one of the biggest online companies there is, told me today that one of the accounts that I manage and I help, they don't see that much action with any other business that they're helping with their social media marketing. I'm doing it about 10 times, cardone, 10 times as much as everybody else. It's the meta. I'm putting the meta in there. I'm going above and beyond. I'm putting out lots and lots of content, and it's still, the internet is still starved for more content, good content, great content. And it's not just me. I'm not doing it by myself. I've worked with a team of people. But what I'm saying is, no one's doing that. I have to go to them and submit to them, and I'm giving them as much as they can handle, if not too much more. So that's what I do. I'm able to build this content, push it out there, help build businesses. I had another one of my clients today get a phone call, had an inquiry about a open table. If you don't know what that is, it's for restaurants. It's to help them. I didn't reach out to them. The business owner didn't reach out to them. The social media presence made it to them through my way of promotion. They reached out to the business and asked for them. That's what you want. Multiple clients, multiple channels, reaching thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. And that's what I do. And I've been doing it for a long time. And I just started doing it as a business, as myself, in 2019. I say all that to say this. It's the middle of 2021. It's the 7th month. We're halfway through it. February made 2 years since I left my job. Okay? So I left my job. Car got repoed about 4 or 5 months after that. Right? Fast forward a year later, I got my businesses in order. Started one business. Had another business going, combined it with the business that I'm at, got some partners with it. So it now has 2 levels. Instead of having 2 businesses, I had one business with 2 levels. And then took a business that I had that I'd not focused on this year, my brand, my clothing brand, started focusing with it while my other one coasted. Now it's scaling. Not quite to where the other one is, but when it gets there, then we'll push everything up more. But I'm focusing on it, I'm scaling it, I'm growing it, it's getting there, it's going to get there. I say all that to say, it didn't take me 5 or 10 years to rebound. It was, at the time, it was a huge sacrifice. Not having a car, Mississippi, there's not a lot of public transportation. It's hard to get to a business meeting when you don't have a car. It's hard to go get something to eat and go to the grocery store. Now there's deliveries everywhere. But at the time, it wasn't. I say all this to say this. It was a huge sacrifice at the moment, but it only lasted a short amount of time. My credit's right back to where it was. I don't just have one cool car now. I've got two great cars. I've got 2 businesses. I'm 10 times as successful as I was, and that's the goal. That's what you want to do. So I say that to inspire you. I posted this on social media earlier. You have to step out of the comfort zone. If you're sitting in that 9 to 5, if you are wondering, what do I got to do? How do I move from this? It looks impossible. You've got to look around at what's holding you back. What's holding you back? Are you worried if you went out and tried to do another business or start your own business that you wouldn't have time for it? Or is it a family situation or whatever it is? You have to move out of that comfort zone. That comfort zone will create fear, and that fear will destroy your ability to do more, to have what you want. Your dreams will die to fear. And I've had a bad day. One reason why I'm doing this, I've had a bad day, is because you have to charge yourself too. One of the biggest things to push you to do what you want is step out of your comfort zone. You don't have a car, you don't have money, you got to eat, you got to survive, you got to put a roof over your head. I had to go hunt. That's what's built up in here. Survive. So that survival instinct kicked in, and look what it's done for me. And I'm nobody. I'm not a Grant Cardone. I'm not a Damon Johns. I'm not a Gary Vaynerchuk. You know, I'm not those people. I'm not a Mark Cuban. I'm not a Elon Musk. But all those guys did that somewhere along the way. They made that sacrifice. I wasn't young making that sacrifice. I mean, I'm 38 now. I was 35, 36 when this happened. So I'm not 20 years old. And I don't have a wife and a family, and I don't have all that stuff. I don't have anybody to fall back on. Mom and dad are not bailing me out. Mom's like, you can come live at home, but you still got to work. No, I'm not doing that. That survival instinct will kick in. It will happen. You have to trust it. But you got to hunt. You got to be willing to do that. You got to be willing to not take a setback, and say, you know what, I can't do this because I'm going to lose the car. I got a 10-year mortgage. I can't go belly up on the house. You can. You can go get a $600 a month apartment instead of a $500 house note and not be fixed to it. You can go get a roommate and have it even cheaper than that. You can let the car go, and you can do it. You can figure it out. I left that job to build a business that was not built, that had 0 clients. And in the meantime, rode with a buddy who worked at a shop, and I pulled parts and sold parts online. Use this device right here to sell parts off cars. That's what I did. Didn't have a reputation of doing that. Didn't have a business to do that. Just, there was junk out there. I went and took what I thought was good off of it, took pictures of it, posted on Marketplace, posted it in forums, posted it in different Facebook groups, and I sold that stuff. And I made a living off of it for a little while until I got my first client. Then I got my second client because I got confident. So I had to say, hey, look, I made this guy successful. Let me make you successful. I was cheap. I knew I wasn't a big corporation. I knew my place. And I came in and I said, I'm the cheapest guy in town. Try me. I was having people sign up for 3 months. The deal was 3 months. There was no 1 month, 2 month. It was sign up with me for 3 months. So I landed those clients who I knew I had for at least 3 months, still selling parts, because that wasn't enough. I got up to 15 clients. I didn't have to sell parts no more. I also was able to get a car. And that's what you got to do. So you make those sacrifices. Lose the fear by stepping out of the comfort zone. It will push you to survive. And you are going to have tough days. You're going to have days you don't want to quit and break down, and everything is going to steal your energy. But you can do this. You can do this. Hope that helps you. Hope that helps somebody. Check us out. mintyculture.com is the brand. You can look on Facebook, Merit Production. And if you need anything from me, DM me, subscribe, write in the comments. Let me help you. Hope you guys have a great day, and I hope I see you all someday soon.